Students from Jefferson, Auburn, East, and Guilford High Schools get a feel for what career opportunities are out there for when they graduate.
WIFR reporter Jade Marceau-Mary talks to educators about how Wednesday's Rockford Academy Expo helps students earn a better understanding of potential career paths.
I really want to explore, see all my options and see dive into each of them. So I can experience what they do and stuff, so then I can see if I like it.
Doctors, graphic designers, engineers, or journalists. Those are just some of the potential career paths RPS 9th graders could get a hands-on feel for at Wednesday Academy Expo.
It is a totally different experience to actually leave school, meet someone at a place like this where they're bringing different sorts of equipment and materials that they use in their day-to-day job.
More than 100 booths, 500 volunteers, and 2,000 freshman students come together for the 13th annual Expo. French says the school district wanted to present to students how they could work toward the future of the forever evolving Rockford.
For example, we did not have a hospitality pathway in the past, but with the casino and the downtown hotel, we added a hospitality pathway because we saw a need for that in our community.
RPS students have to start choosing their 10th through 12th grade courses in pathway in December. French says today's events give them an idea of what's the best fit for them moving forward.
Also, students get out into the community through site visits, job shadows, internships. So this is really just the beginning of students' career in partnership with the community.
In Loves Park, Jade Marceau-Mary, WIFR News.
French said the Rockford region is big on hiring manufacturing jobs and really needs teachers and medical staffs.